Hello, I'm Andy, and here is your weekly horoscope from Sunday, the 23rd of April to Saturday, the 29th of April, 2023. And this is especially for you coming from Virgo. Before I begin, here's my email. Send me this email if you wish to know your next 9 years based on your date of birth, your time of birth, and most importantly, reading your palms. Your palms are very special. They belong to the energy of your soul. Who do you think is changing all these lines and signs all the time? I'll show you your lucky ages, your lucky gemstones, your lucky days, your lucky directions, all these energies when accumulated. They give you a fantastic aura. We'll talk more about all these energies later. Sunday. Sunday, the 23rd of April. For you coming from Virgo, this is going to be a very lucky morning afternoon for you. It makes your speech, it makes your brain power, it makes your delivery of doing things extremely luckily well. So you should take meetings with people materialistically inclined, all for the job, all for the money, all for the business, because you can use these wonderful ways. You can be wonderfully clever if you want, even on a personal level. Like if you're chasing for a romance, you will do well because you'll be able to convince the other side with your confidential, with your self confidence, and you'll be able to do that as well. So everything under the sun very possible. But there's one planet from the evening nightfall, that the planets of deception and deceit. It says, be careful. What people promise you, not everything may come about. So don't take everything of people what they tell you for granted. Just assimilate the knowledge and leave it for another day. I don't like your evening and nightfall at all. It shows the danger of accidents, physical accidents, financial accidents, planning, which means accidents which appear with bad information. So you have to be very, very clever to firstly avoid people who you know may deceive you or cheat you. And if you have to be there in the company of people, don't say too much about yourself. Don't divulge any news that you have. Just listen and listen and listen and go home early if you can. And if you are driving around, be careful. The evening nightfall shows accidents as well. Monday, the 24th of April. This is a bad morning and afternoon. If ever anything could go wrong, disappointments waiting, bad news waiting, it will be on this morning and afternoon. And you won't be on the same wavelength as people. So, where at work, where at business, where at home, you're going to be a difficult person. Tell yourself not to allow that to happen because otherwise you victimize yourself by saying the wrong thing, promises the wrong thing, not being on the same wavelength. And how could that work where you work or where you do business? So it's better for you to say less and do less and listen more. Let others take the lead. Make your notes gently and just stick to that. The more you expose your wisdom that you think, the more you will say wrong things and the blame will come. Be careful with your bosses. You want to be on the same wavelength with them. Don't want to disagree unnecessarily. If you're driving around, be careful. You can just waste time to wherever you are going. Double check all your meetings because disappointment can come in many ways. In the morning and afternoon of Monday, the 24th of April. Evening and nightfall improves a great, great deal. Long term planets are there. So their duty is to help you in a long term basis. Long term planets mean slow planets. So hour by hour, they lay out the platform of getting you what you want, whether chasing for that romance or making your family happy, whether waiting for somebody to give you the good news for something. It can happen. The trouble is that your morning and afternoon bad planets will also join you. So they take away 40 or 50% of good luck immediately. So don't be too expectant of the evening nightfall. Keep it as long term advice and long term possibilities. No quick results will happen. But it's a worthwhile going out in the evening nightfall because you yourself will be very inclined to do well, speaking well with your ideas as well. So it's a good time to introduce yourself to people who can help you in the long term. Tuesday, the 25th of April. You have to be careful wherever you are, that you can be a victim to anything. Blame can come on you. So don't divulge yourself. Don't divulge your information to people. They can use it and they can go with your ideas. that you'll feel cheated, you'll feel let down, that it was your ideas, but somebody else is using it. Accidents of all kind are waiting to happen. Physical accidents, mental accidents, which means just saying the wrong things, you're not ready. And of course, financial accidents. You don't want to invest even a cent in the morning, afternoon of this Tuesday, 25th of April, because it's not going to get you any returns of any kind. And stay away from people you're not very sure about, because I call them hidden enemies. They'll take your information, they'll put the blame on you when things go wrong, and plenty is going to go wrong on this Tuesday, 25th of April. So remain calm. At a job, just do your work. In business, don't try to show off your ideas, they'll all go wrong. Evening and nightfall, a little bit better, not good enough for success, because there's so many anger planets there. They make you easily catch fire. Either you feel insulted, or either you feel that you're not happy with people, you will use words which are very not very kind, and that can make you enemies. And to make it worse, your morning afternoon planets of deception will also be there. It's not worth going out in this evening and nightfall, because the people you meet will be the wrong kind of people who are just waiting to stab you in the back. Apart from that, physical accidents are very possible, because anger planets will make you blind to any kind of taking care of yourself. So you expose yourself to risk in many ways: financial risk, physical risk, emotional risk. Why bother to go out? And don't be too daring with yourself. Wednesday, the 26th of April, I like the morning and afternoon very much. Long term planets are there. These long term planets make use of your experience, your knowledge, and your wisdom, and they lay out a plan for you. Morning and afternoon, hour by hour, things are going to look better and better and better. Be patient with these long term planets. Get all the wisdom you have, the notes you have, the experience you have to back you up. And whether at work, whether in business, whether at home, whether anywhere, you are going to establish yourself in a very good way. In a good way, it simply means that you become secure in whatever you are. The job can be secure, the business can be secure, the friendships can be secure. Chasing for the romance, why not? You have to be careful in the evening nightfall, where the planets of arrogance are everywhere. These are planets of ego, and you become very egoistic, and you won't be on the same frame as other people. And the planets of anger are also there. So there's egoisticness and there's anger planets, which means that you are becoming very touchy about what is said to you, and you will retaliate in a very rough anger way. So what can you do about this? If you don't have to be out, even better. But if you have made plans to be out, don't try to be in the limelight. Don't try to be popular. Just listen to what's happening and go home early. That would be the safest way for you. If you do take charge of anything, organizing or planning is going to go wrong, you get the blame. One or two of your good morning and afternoon planners will come to help you, but the energy is not very strong. Thursday, Thursday, the 27th of April. These anger planets have not left you. They have been there with you the whole night, even when you came home, and you wake up angry. You wake up angry simply means that you are frustrated, that you couldn't get things done. These anger planets, don't take them with you to work or where you do business. You have to remain calm with these planets. Otherwise, the tone of your voice, the tone of your behavior, and the unnecessary aggressiveness is not going to get you very far. You will attract problems from everywhere. So what can you do about this? The best way to be remain calm. How do you do that? Just count to five before you say or do anything. That 5 seconds can delay the harsh words you want to say, and your actions as well. And if you are driving around, don't show your temper, because this can expose you to accidents of all kinds. You don't want to invest in anything because your daringness will be seen, not your wisdom. So you don't want to invest financially or in any way. Evening and nightfall, there's a whole group of emotional planets, and they are not doing well for you. So rather than using logic, you will think emotionally. Well, if you're out for an emotional reason, that could be why. The thing is, you are meant to be disappointed in the evening nightfall, emotionally. So don't be too expectant about what you want. Just meet people, and more than that, don't be too expectant. Otherwise, you're going to be disappointed. You're not going to get anything that you're investing in an emotional way. And that emotional people may not be very sincere to you either. Friday, the 28th of April. Too many ego planets are there this time, and they make you egoistic. They make you want to take charge because of your ego. More than that, there's nothing there to support you. So rather than behave that way, egoistically, be part of a team. How do you do that? Improve your tolerance, improve your teamwork with people. You need their support. On your own, you won't get very far. So do that teamwork and getting to be with people. And then your ideas, which are quite unique, then they will work. On your own, you won't be able to parcel them. You won't be able to parcel them or use them. So teamwork becomes very important, especially with your superiors as well. Don't try to be outsmarting them. Evening and nightfall becomes very lucky at last. These are a group of planets which are some of them very business minded. So be with people who can help you job wise, money wise, or business wise. The planets of expansion, I call them. You have a chance to expand to a better job, or if you're out with your bosses, you have the chance to instill in them that you need a promotion and more good responsibility, more status. If you're in business, then you can expand your business. So go out with people. The planet of unexpected goodness is there, which means unexpectedly you're going to score something, whatever you're planning for. Chasing for the romance, right? Go ahead, no problem. Saturday, the 29th of April, you're waking up in a very emotional situation. And this emotional situation makes you very undecided, makes you very moody. And what you want to plan, you just can't carry it out. If it's a holiday, that's fine. Have a late morning sleep. But if you have to go to work or attend to business, then that's a problem. So what you have to do, the first thing you wake up and you have your coffee or tea, get a piece of paper and write down your responsibilities for that day, the Saturday, the 29th April morning and afternoon. And as you write them down, the eye coordination to the brain, it will start to work. And you'll be able to know where you should start to do things, who you should call, and what are your commitments. Otherwise, you'll be in a very lazy kind of a state. I like your evening and nightfall very much. The planets of unexpected goodness are there, and your planets of creativity are also there. So they make you easily show off your capabilities. So get your meetings during the evening nightfall, and your meetings are going to pay dividends because, firstly, you'll come up with fantastic ideas, and secondly, you'll be on the same wavelength, whether business wise, job wise, because it's all the planets are all about to do with money and job and business. If you want to chase for the romance, you might want to try it, but put your energies more onto the business side, and you're going to do well in the evening nightfall on this Saturday, the 29th April, evening and nightfall. This 90-minute session I have for you to talk to you about your next 9 years. It will be based on your date of birth, your time of birth, and most importantly, your palms. Your palms are a very important ingredient to do any kind of speculating about your future. Yes, the date of birth is important, the time of birth is also important, but the palms are what nobody can have. And so, reading your palms, I'll be able to talk to you very deeply about your health areas, to tell you exactly where your health is going to go wrong, so you can be ready for getting the news and going for checkups early. And your palms will show your career, the path forward for business, job, or money. And your palms will show with all these energies. Your lucky colors, your lucky gemstones, your lucky days, your lucky directions. All these energies are very important. And they will all be told to you in the 90-minute session. If you like to play lotteries, I'll teach you a system how to formulate your own personal lucky lottery numbers. That includes the energy of the soul, the third eye, and the aura. You need supernatural energy to win anything like financial speculation, whether it's the stock market, the lotteries, or the forex or whatever. And I'll show you how to get this system going. And I will show you as well this triology of energy, the soul, the third eye, and the aura. We get it automatically, but always too late in our life, in our late 50s and 60s and 70s. I'll show you a way how to get it earlier. Everything is a system I will teach you. So here's my email. Send me this email if you wish to know your next 9 years. And we'll come and do that. And with this knowledge, you'll be able to plan your next 9 years in a perfectly organized way and a lucky result as well. In the meantime, I wish you a good week. Thank you. Goodbye.